Consultation. Okay, we've been blurring the lines between online and offline marketing in this course a little, and here's where we're going to do that even more. Now, how much different is online versus offline marketing, really? I mean, everything is digital and you've got SEO on the web, but other than that, it's really not too much different. So on top of offering product creation, SEO, etc., it's just whatever you came up with, you can offer a service that's actual consulting. And you can actually do both online and offline consulting. And you can call the service just marketing consultation, plain and simple. So think about how often marketers keep a big list of email addresses and how often they mail their list updates, specials, new product info, etc. Now, really, how difficult is it to translate that to physical mail? It's not very hard. So, that's another reason why you're going to be cashing in on this. And as a final note before I get onto the methods here, or services that you can offer as a marketing consultant, please remember that any and every method that you're about to read can be applied both online and offline. Simply translate a few things that I say into the offline world if talking about online consulting, and vice versa. Just reverse it there, and you should be good. Okay. So you can charge for each one of these consulting services or break it up and make your own little package as you see fit, as I've mentioned previously. Idea 1, help them get a list of their existing customers. Now let's say a local offline business has clients coming in and out a lot, but they haven't thought to keep names and addresses. Now this is a simple fix. Tell them to buy a cheap computer and leave it at the front desk, and instruct them to take a name, phone number, and address each time before they purchase something. Now the customer will of course give anything that you ask for, or they ask for. So by storing all of this information on a computer, not only can they better serve everyone and just keep track of purchases and stuff, the company will also end up with a list, and they can use that list to promote stuff later via snail mail. And that's where you're going to come off as a marketing guru or genius. Okay, idea 2. Help them set up a periodic mailing brochure or maybe frequent specials that they may have. This can include designing a little postcard in Photoshop, or maybe they want to take the letter route. So you can also whip this up in Photoshop. And each time the business wants to run a special sale, or give their existing customers like a 20% off deal for being a customer, they've got a list that they can mail this offer out to. And that's not much different from marketing online. You see, I told you this stuff is pretty easy. It's just a little bit different because it's going to be more tangible. It's going to be more in person. Idea 3, instead of letting the business itself run the specials, why don't you offer to do it for them? I mean, for example, tell them that in the service, you can get familiar with their products and figure out a grand special that they could run. For example, a simple 20% off sale. I mean, of course, you have to check that it's okay, that the price point is okay with them. So ask if they have a particular product that they want this to be applied to only. And you can engineer an entire special deal, sale, or whatever you want to call it out of this, and build it from the ground up. Now, the idea itself, choosing a product or multiple products, creating a little postcard or brochure, selecting a day or multiple days to hold the sale, etc., that is some genius thinking. And you're definitely going to come off as a guru whenever you run all of this by them, because they probably have no experience in marketing like this, as mentioned. Idea 4, signs. Yeah, who would have thought that a sign could do someone any good? Well, you've got millions of these little gift banners on the web, right? I mean, they're attracting lots of attention, and the same can apply offline. There's a little difference here. It's going to be a tangible physical sign, of course. So tell them that you can set them up with some signs that they can put on the business's property somewhere out in the front. And this can display a little special. I mean, for example, that ever-classic 20% off special, or just anything, really. And you can get these printed at local shops like Kinko's, and the possibilities are really limitless when using this method. Maybe you'll even create a billboard or something like that if the company can afford it, and you do have what it takes to help them with that. Okay, idea 5, ads. Yes, ads. You can tell the business that you'll set up a plan for them where they get advertisements in local newspapers, and those are always effective. And another method to go along with this is to set up a full or half-page ad that can actually be put into a phone book. Now, local phone books are usually delivered once a year or something like that. It depends on where you live, I think. So the timing has to be right, but if you can contact the city's local headquarters, you can inquire about putting an ad in the phone book somewhere in the business section. You know, if not a half or full page ad, at least a little block section, you know, where the business section is listed in the phone book. Okay, idea 6. Consultation itself. Now, the ideas or methods given above are more about the different ways that you can go about offering a service to them. Now, those were presented more in the free consultation manner, you know, going over the services that you provide. But who says you can't charge for consultation itself? Because you can. Okay, what I mean is, like, just take a look at all of the ideas or services that I presented to you in this ebook. You know, the marketing methods, you know, the thing where you create a brochure and you keep a list of customers and you mail it out to them and so on. Okay, you can give free consulting, you know, offer the ideas I've given, and then, you know, once it's put into action, you can charge for that. But why not charge for telling them the ideas themselves? So not only can you charge for the actual work, you know, the work part of what you'll do for their business, you can also charge them for going over the different things that they can implement to increase their profits, you know? You're coming off as a professional, as a genius, or a guru. And if you don't think that you can charge for that, or that you shouldn't, listen closely here. Why on earth should you give away all of these grand ideas for free? I mean, really. And, you know, and just make sure to let that be known. And you can come off as the guru, professional, genius that I was talking about that has insider secrets that will make their profits shoot through the roof. And, of course, they're going to pay you for that consulting if you let them know that. So consulting can be done over the phone. It can be done in person or email even. It just depends on which method you are taking. Well, you can probably charge a lot more if you're doing that in person. So let's close everything now. I went directly to the content and I didn't inflate this or anything. I'm giving you exactly what you need to know so you can get started. And by now, I hope that you realize how much potential there is to make cash from offline clients. You simply take your online skills and translate them to offline. And if you're not experienced with working with people firsthand, like I pointed out, it's seriously a breeze. And if it's not at first, you will get used to it. Just think of the money that you're going to be making because you're cashing in where other people aren't. And in no time, you'll have cash rolling in from this. So get out there, get a client list going, and knock them out.